Hello, and welcome. I'm Torrin Jones, and this is my project on Roald Dahl. Today I have a very special guest, and his name is Torrin Jones. Isn't that right, Torrin? Hi, I'm Torrin. You see, I'm feeling pretty good, I guess. We decided to split screens.
Well, it must be around 6 o'clock.
So that we may better teach you about this great man.
Go for ice cream?
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'll meet you down at the bowling alley.
He's just ecstatic about this chance to give something to the community.
How's the wife?
Let's face it, I'm terrible at editing videos. What you just saw was awful. So, instead, I'm gonna have another special guest. And here he is. This is Torrin. Or rather, stand-in Torrin. Here, watch. Who are you?
Harper.
No! No! Hello again. Now, who are you?
Torrin.
Very good.
He was born to Nikolai and Helga Dahl, who were Ukrainian immigrants living in Wales. His father was a legless post-war artist.
No. Natalie and Harold. They were Norwegian. And actually, his father was an armless writer. Like, he wrote.
His brother and mother both died when he was 5.
That's dead wrong. I didn't mess that up. No. His sister and father died when he was 3.
Dahl's father had to raise his kin alone, which was awful because he only had one leg.
I don't think you're getting this right. His father died, and his mother had to raise the kids.
Dahl loved school and never went to candy stores. He hated candy. This was because his father was a dentist.
I'm pretty sure you're saying the exact opposite of what I'm saying, because he didn't like school very much, and he frequented candy stores.
Dahl really started to flourish in high school, where he spent much time playing squash and boxing.
That one's actually right.
After graduating, Dahl joined the RAF, or Royal Assassins Philharmonic. Dahl was a violinist.
No. It's the Royal Air Force. He was a pilot.
Dahl crashed his airplane in the middle of a desert where a pigeon hit his turbine.
He flew a biplane. That doesn't even have a turbine.
Okay, well, I quit.
No, wait. Don't leave.
How else am I supposed to keep people's attention? Roald Dahl's first famous short story was Lamb to the Slaughter, which was published in Harper's Magazine. Lamb to the Slaughter is about a wife who murders her husband in cold blood with a frozen leg of lamb. Later, when the police come to investigate, she serves them that lamb leg. Roald Dahl was quoted as saying, "It wasn't nasty. I thought it was hilarious. What's horrible is basically funny." In fiction. Hello there! Dahl's first book was called Gremlins and featured mischievous creatures that would cause engine failure in planes. Now, although this technically wasn't a children's book, many saw it as such, and the Roosevelts in particular favored it. Dahl was known to be good friends with them and even visited their estate in Hyde Park. I bet you thought I was still in the closet. Well, you, sir, are sorely mistaken. Before writing children's books, Dahl wrote adult stories. They were published in the Saturday Evening Post, the New Yorker, Harper's, and even the Atlantic Monthly. His first story was called A Piece of Cake. Roald Dahl's first children's book was James and the Giant Peach. It was about an orphan boy picked up by awful aunt. He used a little bit of magic and a lot of dark humor, and ended up living happily ever after with insects in the middle of Central Park. The end. Dahl went on to write many other books, such as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, Danny and the Champion of the World, the BFG, Witches, Madeline. Let's just say he wrote a lot of books. Dahl was married twice. The first time was to Patricia Neal. They had 5 children. 4 daughters and 1 son. Sadly, one of the daughters died when she was 7. Patricia and Doll became divorced, and Doll soon married Felicity Crossman, with whom he spent the rest of his years. When Doll's son was still an infant, he was in a horrific bus accident, which left him brain damaged. Doctors were unsure of how they would drain the fluid continuously from Doll's son's brain without the use of instruments. Doll set out to solve such a problem. With the help of a toy train maker and a neurosurgeon, Doll created a valve that would successfully drain the fluid without much maintenance. This valve, known as the Doll-Wade-Till valve, was used on many cases that were very similar, up until it became obsolete due to medical advancement. Oh! Hello there! When Patricia Neal was pregnant with Doll's baby Lucy, she suffered 3 consecutive strokes. They nearly killed her. However, Doll, with the help of doctors, rehabilitated her with physical therapy. 6 hours a day to be exact, much more than the 1 hour a week that was recommended. Oh! You've caught me off guard. I haven't even practiced my lines. I suppose I'm just gonna have to read off this little thing. Doll lived on his property in a place he dubbed Gypsy House. There he wrote most things. It was small but comfortable. Chris Sykes wrote in Harper's,
A dirty plastic curtain covered the window. In the center stood a faded wing-back armchair inherited from his mother. And it was here that Doll sat, his feet propped up on a chest, his legs covered by a tartan rug, supporting on his knees a thick roll of corrugated paper upon which was propped his writing board. Photographs, drawings, and other mementos were pinned to the walls, while a table to his right was covered with a collection of his favorite curiosities, such as one of his own authority Cape bones, a remarkably heavy ball made from the discarded silver paper of numerous chocolate bars consumed during his youth.
Another interesting thing about Doll is that he couldn't type. In fact, all of his books were written in pencil. In early 1990, Doll was diagnosed with myelodysplastic anemia, a rare blood disease. Doll died later that year on November 23rd